day number 10 of Advent of Code. So far, it looks like we've got about 40,000 of our closest friends who have come along with us for the journey, and about 50,000 people tried yesterday's puzzle, which is a good sign. Means that people are still very much involved in the puzzle contest, and that's always great to see the community grow year after year after year. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing the 10th day puzzle, which unlocks in approximately 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get a new Go development tree as normal, and set up my code directories. Wait, this is the wrong Advent of Code directory. Stand by. I moved my Go root on this machine. Okay, that's better. It's like we're definitely missing an entire year. Like, I do not want to do 2021 over again. I don't know about all of you, but like, let's not do another year like 2021 was, seriously. Okay. This is also the first day that starts with the digits that's not 0. Spell also. So if you didn't hear, there was a hilarious Java remote code exec that was disclosed today, so that's exciting. So a bunch of security folks have been scrambling all of today, which is, yeah, and unfortunate for them. Lots of cleanup to do there when you have a very widely used library that is the de facto logging library in Java, and you just accidentally include a... No, it is not time to play some Minecraft. Minecraft is Java, is it not? Hilarious and good times. All right. So let us have a look at continue looking at the Go generic stuff and the kind of Go type system now that we have that. Cool. So how does this work? Constraints.ordered. A list of T, yep. And then, oh, neat, okay. Cool. Yay! Glad that you that you're enjoying seeing me stream this, 0117. Right, and it looks like my Go is almost updated, which is wonderful. yeah, Spring Boot. I'm sorry, people who use Spring Boot. We use Kafka, but we are hopeful that payloads, number 1, don't get logged, and number 2, that they are protobuf encoded before they go through Kafka. So someone has a mechanism to make protobuf reliably produce plain text output rather than binary output, then I am sure some cryptographers want to hear from you. All right. So we've got about 6 minutes to go. We're actually ready more or less ahead of schedule. Because unlike yesterday or the day before, I'm not scrambling, which is nice. Managed to finish my Australian time workshop an hour and a half early today. And that meant getting a chance to hang out with my family, to eat, to otherwise just chill, which is nice. And I'm not working tomorrow because I worked Sunday through Thursday, so I am gonna not do any work tomorrow, I hope, and that will be pretty wonderful. By the way, since we have some extra time, I'm going to do the sponsor shout out. Honeycomb is my employer, and we are sponsoring Advent of Code this year, so please check us out. Check out the links on the Advent of Code sponsor page. In particular, if you click this link over here and fill out the survey, we will give you a free t-shirt. You just have to tell us how to send it to you. And we also have a white paper about distributed tracing, and we also have some cool stuff around surface level objectives. Nathaniel, you were asking what kind of ARM64 system I run. So, that is a great question. So, this computer is a 16-core, ARM Cortex A72. The SoC is the LX2160A SoC. And it is a board that is put together by the folks at SolidRun. And no relation to my company, but it is called the SolidRun Honeycomb LX2, or SolidRun LX2K. And it's a really great board. I really like it. It is definitely very, very reasonably snappy for everyday compute use. And you can slot a regular PCIe GPU in, although we do not recommend using NVIDIA because the NVIDIA proprietary drivers are not tested to work on ARM, whereas the AMD Radeon and RADV drivers just naturally work, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, definitely a big fan of the SolidRun LX2K, and as a bonus, it's got 10 gig fiber drop. It's got 4 10 gig fiber drops in it, which I think is pretty cool. So it's hooked up to a 10 gig switch down there. So that's a lot of fun. In fact, let me see. Right, so if you look, let's see. Oh, yeah, we're on ETH0. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why it's not displaying output about it. Maybe -I. No, this one doesn't support flashing the lights on it. Shame. But yes, it's 10 gig. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, see. Literally right there, full duplex 10 gig. That is one of my uplink mechanisms from here. Hey VWoo, good luck. Enjoy admin of code. I'll see you in not too long. You've been beating me the past couple of days, so that trend is probably going to continue. Although I must warn you, I am actually fresh and well rested today, so my brain actually works. It was actually kind of funny. Yesterday I was like physically tired, but not mentally tired, so I was making a lot of off-by-one typos. And the day before that was a day of, I don't even know how to algorithm what is a code. So very different failure modes for sure. But today, hopefully, none of those particular failure modes. Feeling pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as the expression goes. Oh, hey, look. Honeycomb is pulling up as a sponsor today on this page. Awesome. All right, what have we over here? This is just my source tree in case people want to have a look at my code afterwards. Yeah, we're glad to be feeling fresh too. It's been a week. So we were joking on Twitter who had both a Java remote code exec and a 8-hour AWS outage on their bingo card. And yeah, it's random on every page refresh, but it's proportional to the amount that your company has donated, so I'm lucky that the dice roll came up in our favor this time. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Cool. All right, we got a minute to go. Let's do this. Let us do this. Yeah, feeling good. I'm excited to have some time off. That's going to be nice. How was everyone else this week? Oh, good. A bunch of people sign on right before the puzzle unlock. I guess some people don't like the don't like the pre-show, or it takes them a while to find their computer after I tweet like, hey, I'm going live. Oh, congrats, Justin. Congrats on the new house. We're about to finally finish selling our house in New York. Hopefully it'll wrap up before the end of the year. All right. All the navigation systems are broken. Oh, this is brainfuck. Oh shit, this is literally an interview question my spouse asks. Find the first illegal character in each corrupted line. Yep, because the things have to open and close. Okay, I could write a parser, but instead I'm going to do this the stupid way because, yeah. All right, that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. Okay. So the syntax error score is the first illegal character on the line. Yep. So that's a 3. Okay. So I only check each line until it no longer parses. And then after that, I can finish and go on to the next line. Perfect. Okay, just making sure that I read, comprehend, and post. That is important. Okay, so that's fine. Now we're going to proceed. Position doesn't matter here. We just read character by character. So what we need to do here is we need to maintain a stack of how deep we are. It is always going to be legal to open a bracket, and the maximum stack depth that we can have is reasonable. It's just the length of the line. This doesn't have to work for arbitrary lengths. So we're going to keep a stack and we're going to have it consist of not cars, runes. There we go. And we're going to push onto the stack. This is how we're going to do it. So score is 0, and we're going to print the score. Okay. So now we have a couple of cases. So we can have open, open, or open, or open. And then we've got the closing conditions, which are close, 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 and close. So now I'm going to append the expected character. Okay. So now, if stack index length of stack minus 1 is not equal to C, then score plus equals, this one gets 25,137. This one gets 57. Oops. Ah. Okay, and this one will get 3. This one gets 1197. And we also need to break this at that point. If we encounter a syntax error, we are done. Okay, I think this should do it. When I first saw this, I was like, wait a second, is he actually asking us to do brain fuck? But okay, let's run it with go tip. I don't use strconv, fair cop. Okay, see whether this is correct. That might be wrong. Okay, that's wrong. So let's go through and test with the sample input. So the sample input is going to be this. Let's try feeding this in. Okay, that number is way too high. Oh, it's because I'm not popping off the stack. That's what my problem is. Okay, great. So in this case, stack equals stack of I think this works. Let's see whether this does what I expect it to. Nope, that is not quite correct, but it's getting closer. Pop off the stack. It's also possible to, if this is the first character, we want to know that. Let's just make sure that I cover that boundary condition because I know that could become important later. Okay, and let's make sure that my values are correct. 3, 57, 25, 137, and 1197. Okay, that's correct. So what have I done wrong now? So let's print my progress as we go. That way I identify the first place where I bail out. Which should be here. So, oops, that's wrong. Is this %R? Will that work? No. I want to print a rune. Oh, it's %C. Alright, let's reset that so you can see it. Okay, so am I bailing at the correct place? Oh, some of the lines aren't corrupted, just incomplete. You can ignore those lines for now. That's my problem. Okay. So what happens if they're incomplete? But if they're incomplete, I'll get to the end of the line, and I won't have run into any errors, and it'll be fine. So that's okay. Okay, so let's see. This line printed to completion. This line here. So which one is the first one that I expect to have an error in? My stack-based approach should be fine. Let's just do this to make sure that I got it right. So now anything here should end in an exclamation. Oh, I'm getting multiple return values per line. Does break out of the switch and not the outer? Okay, let's try that. Because if that's the case, then I have a slight misunderstanding of how the Go syntax works. Okay, now that looks more reasonable. Now that matches. Okay, so now I can run it on my real input. It's going to print out a bunch of garbage, which is fine, and we'll just feed this in, and that's correct. Cool. Okay, so I just had an incomplete understanding of what break does. Break actually breaks out of a switch rather than out of a, okay, yeah. So that's all good. Cool. So now let's just make sure that that still yields the correct result. Okay, so now we're going to only consider the incompletes. Oh, this is trivial because I've already constructed the stack of what needs to be closed. Oh my god. Okay. Fine. Fine, fine. So this is score A. This is score A, score A, score A, and score A. Okay. I suddenly feel very good about this. Great. So, for the lines that are incomplete, we then need to evaluate the stack. So if we get past here, and we've finished parsing the line, but it's incomplete, at this point, stack contains part B needs to be scored. Yeah, it's really nice when you set yourself up for part B, and, like, you know, I feel silly about letting that mistake slow me down. On the other hand, I learned something, and I'm good with that. Learning is good. Okay, so, serve a total score of 0. For each character, multiply the total score by 5 and increase the total score by the point value. Score of 0. So first we multiply by 5 to get 0. Yep. Okay. So now we go through the stack, and we have to go through the stack actually in reverse order, so I can't use this for loop. Okay, but that's fine. We'll just do it that way, and that's fine. Intermediate gets multiplied by 5, and then switch stack index I. So intermediate equals 1. Otherwise, it gets 2 added to it. Otherwise, it gets 3 added to it. And otherwise, it gets 4 added to it. And then finally, score B. Winner is found by sorting all of the scores and then taking the middle score. Okay, great. Make just going to do that. Okay. And now we just need to import sort. So now sort int array score B, and then I think that should do it. Int slice, not int array. this is actually ints. Okay, let me just run it on my candidate first. So in the example file, the middle score, that is wrong. Okay. What did I do wrong? Oh, I would rather, instead of doing break outer, I would rather continue outer to make it do the right thing. Okay, yep, that yields the correct result. So now let's feed it my real input. And we're done. Cool. Easy clap. 10-minute puzzle. And let's look at the stats. Yeah, just missed the top 1,000. Not a big deal. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit. I guess this could be cleaned up by using a map that returns either a character or a score, but I kind of don't actually care. That's fine. Like, yes, there was a little bit of repeated code, but it was quick, it was easy, it got the job done. Okay, let's go ahead and find someone else to raid. Add day 10 solution. I'm glad I didn't have to write a parser. That could have been a little bit more annoying, especially given that I've had a rough week. Cool. So my code should be pushed up now. It should be at github.com/LizTheGray, and I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, take care, be safe, and see you later.